So I reviewed Google Forms. Google Forms is pretty cool because it's free, so it's part of the Google suite. It's easy to find. You have to go to google.com, preferably sign into your account, go to your Drive, and essentially it's where everything else is. So if you make Google Docs a lot, you should know where it is. So we're going to click New and drop down to More, and then you should see Google Forms. Now from there you can create a new blank form, or they have some templates that they offer. I'm just going to show you how to start off from scratch. That way you can kind of create whatever you want. So from here we can create a variety of different questions by hitting the little plus for add questions. We can add title and description. We can add images, videos, and sections to our form. So that would allow you to make different pages essentially. So you'll complete a certain number of questions, hit next, and that will take you to the next set of questions. So we can title our form by just clicking. It's pretty easy. I'm just going to call this one test. If you click up here, it will also label it as test. Type your questions. Select what kind of question it is. So short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, drop down. And then they have some other ones that I don't use quite as often. Now this is how you create a form, and I'm going to take you back and show you a form that I started working on, as well as a quiz. So we're going to start off with the form. So this is the form that I started working on. You can customize the theme, so you can choose from a variety of images that they have, or you can just stick with a simple color, and you can change the font and stuff. So that's nice that they have the customization. Now for a regular form, I think this allows you to make essentially surveys or simple questions that they can answer. So I thought of an idea that you could maybe use this as a ticket out the door. Under settings, you can collect email addresses, so you would have to require your students to log in, and then that would record their email addresses so you know who it's from. So I already clicked that, and that's why it says email address right here. Now, I also added a question that just says name one thing you learned today, and this is where it could be used as a ticket out the door. And obviously you can come up with a variety of questions, but this would allow the form to be used multiple times. If I click limit to one response, the form would only be able to be used one time per user. You can mark your questions as required as well down here. You can duplicate your questions. You can delete them. And like I said, you have these other buttons on the side that you can add things there. Now I'm going to switch to the quiz. So this is a quiz form, and all you have to do to set this up, it's pretty simple. You click on the settings button again, go to quizzes, and you hit make this a quiz. When you do that, a number of settings are predetermined. You can release the grade to the students immediately or later. I usually do immediately, especially if it's formative, because that allows them just to kind of look and see what they got wrong and right and reflect on their work. You can also choose whether or not they see missed questions and correct answers as well. I still click collect email addresses, and this time I hit limit to one response, so students can only take the quiz once. That is obviously up to the teacher, or even dependent upon the assignment you're giving them. So that is also an option, and then there's some other options here for the students, the respondents, to see what they did and how others compared. Alright, so we're going to save that. For this, I added some sections, so I used the sections button, but you can see I also required the email address. Now the cool thing is when you give questions, there's an answer key, and when you hit that, you can type in answers. So I'm going to add some answers because there are other correct answers for this question. Alright, so that's another correct answer. Now I've clicked mark all other answers incorrect so that other answers are marked incorrect. You can add points over here, or you don't have to have any points. I did 2. And for feedback, all you have to do is go into the answer key, and it will prompt you to give feedback, such as, I'm going to create a new question down here. If you click answer key, you can click add answer feedback. Now I've provided a couple other examples here. Here's a verb conjugation example that's multiple choice. I've selected the correct answer already. And in the answer key, under feedback, I gave feedback for correct answers. You must have based your choice off of the verb conjugation chart. Great thinking. And I have feedback for incorrect answers. Don't forget that we need to match the ending to the subject. Here's a math example that I did. You can see that there is some different options here. So I can say that it's a number equal to 4. And then for an error information I provided, don't forget to, and obviously that's up to the teacher, whatever they want to say there. And then the correct answer is 4. Mark all other answers incorrect. And again, you can add points if you want. Now there is one more cool thing about this Google Forms. Under responses, you can go through and see how the students did. Now there's a general response summary, and then you can also go through by question and individually, so see what each student did on their test. So it does give you some feedback. And you can also create a spreadsheet so that you could organize answers in a spreadsheet, which is also beneficial. You just click that and then click create new spreadsheet, and then that creates a new spreadsheet which you can find in your drive. Thank you.